It is a beautiful day here in North Carolina. It is overcast, it is wet, it is raining, and this is a dark, moody kind of day. And I'm going to try and take some photographs around this pond here to see if I can get some real moody kind of pictures out of this kind of weather. So come along and enjoy this adventure. Well, my first picture is very, very moody. I have a tree trunk with a couple mushrooms growing out of it, and I think that's going to be my main subject. On either side of the tree are two trees that have been cut back by the beavers. Both these trees have a brownish, greenish color to them. It's kind of eerie. There are no leaves on those trees. And then behind the image itself, you have the pond that has reflection of the trees around it, and as the picture goes on, it just blurs out to this white image. I really do believe this is going to be a really nice image. I am shooting at a 2-second delay. I am shooting at ISO 100 f13, and that's giving me a shutter speed of 20 seconds. So, the picture's any good? Here it is. So I have this picture here. It's kind of ominous. The branch is reaching over into the water, almost like an arm, and you see the reflection of the branch in it. But what's really attracted me to this picture here is that there's a bobber on the end of the tree. It is a yellow and orange bobber, and the color of that bobber is challenging the colors of the brown and gray kind of pictures. I am shooting at ISO 100 f16, and that's giving me a shutter speed of about 1.5 seconds. The background's going to be hopefully out of focus. It should be out of focus. I am focusing on the shadow of the branch. I'm not focusing on the branch itself, and hopefully everything will be in focus. So here's the picture. How does that saying goes? You can't see the forest because of the trees. And that's one of the problems with photographing in this kind of environment here, is that you need something to draw the viewer into the image, to have them latch onto something. Because if you take a beautiful picture like behind me, I have beautiful light, I have this fog coming through this thing, I should be able to find a really nice picture that really draws the viewer in. The problem is, if you just take a picture of the forest itself, it ends up becoming a classic example is the trees get lost in the forest, and that's something I don't want to happen. So I'm trying to find something that I can focus the viewer's eyes on and have them take a look at, and still kind of get this moody kind of light in there. This is one of the issues that you run into when you're in a wildlife photography or landscape photography, is that you're constantly under a time crunch. How much time you have before the fog burns off. I can actually see the light increase and decrease while I'm out here. The fog is starting to burn off. The cloud cover is starting to go away. I am going to lose this kind of really milky kind of look through the woods and stuff like that pretty fast. So I have to find my image. Now, this is going to sound a little off when you're saying this, but I have found that when I'm in a situation like this, slowing down, going slower, thinking about what you're doing, look around more, is more likely you're going to find your image than if you're just going to rush along or just take whatever picture you can find. It is better just to slow down and see what you can find. And that's something I'm telling myself all the time. I'm kind of stepping over logs and not looking around, and I said, I gotta slow down, I gotta take a look around. You might find that image you're looking for. So I saw this tree through the woods here. Now as you look at the tree, it is dead. It is a very light color compared to the very dark browns and blacks of the other trees. And that's what's drawn me to this tree here. It stands out, it pops out in the woods here. Now the problem I have for it, and I don't know if you can see it, but we had a storm that came through here a few months ago, and there's a lot of down branches. And those branches all have leaves on them. I was actually looking at a tree trunk over here that I thought maybe would make an interesting picture. And I don't know if that's going to distract from the picture or add to the picture. I still got the fog coming through the forest here, so I'm really hoping that will block out some of it, but I'm not feeling great about this picture. It's not the kind of image I was looking for. I was looking for a much more dramatic image, but it might look better after I get out of Photoshop. Let me set up and see if I can take a picture of this. So I have my tree in the center of the picture. On the left side of the tree, there's a evergreen tree, a little tiny one, and then there's another tree that kind of swoops around that has this real green algae kind of mold growing on it. I've kind of zoomed in a little bit. I'm at 55, 60 millimeters, so that the tree I was really worried about is not in this image. I still have the hill sloping away. I have the tripod head level, so you see that dramatic sloping image. I am shooting at ISO 100. I am shooting at f16. It's giving me a shutter speed around 1.5 to 2.5 seconds. One of the reasons why I can't give you a precise thing is that the sun keeps going in, so I'm kind of waiting for the sun to, there's less light here, so I get a longer shutter speed and more dark or dramatic image here. The fog is definitely burning off here, but the forest is out of focus, but it's still kind of like it's there as an element in the image. If this picture's any good, here it is. Well, if you've watched this channel before, you know I struggle with composition of landscape photography. It's just one of my things I'm constantly working on. So, you know how these photos came out. I hope they came out really good. I had a really good time. The fog is starting to blow off. We got some wind coming here. We got the sun's burning through the fog. So basically all my beautiful light is gone, and I am basically going to end the video here. If you got anything out of it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel because that really helps us in YouTube world. Become a Patreon supporter. Your support allows us to keep doing this. My name is Leahy, and I want to thank you for watching.